Tonight I'm going to be reviewing some of my starting lineup Philadelphia Eagles action figures. Now the reason I'm doing this video is I've had these for a long time, but I finally broke them out because I don't know if anybody's heard, but the Philadelphia Eagles are the 2018 Super Bowl champions. And now that they're the Super Bowl champions, it went down just like I thought it would, with drunken players dressed up as mummers and drunken fans eating horse poop off the street. I'm not making any of this stuff up, too, if you want to go online and check this out. Now, of course, this isn't the actual players who won the 2018 Super Bowl, but this is the vintage line. But these are the old school players from the mid-80s, or early 80s to the mid-90s. That's a pretty good generation gap to put these in for football. I must admit, I'm not a big sports person. However, I do like the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl, you know, the novelty of it, the commercials, and to get the bet on the coin toss and what color the Gatorade's going to be when they get poured on the coach. I like that kind of stuff. So I had to dig down deep for this review and actually look up sports statistics. Oh my god, I'm going to be sick. Alright, okay, alright, let me focus. Hold on. So, this company is from, it's called Starting Lineup by the infamous Kenner Toy Company. The thought was actually conceived by a former NFL player for the Bengals named Pat McInerney. I think I'm saying that right. And it was a great idea because it mixed football or sports with, you know, like action figures like G.I. Joe. So it was a good way to merge these into the non-sports family of toys that kids that wanted to play with science fiction figures. Now, when you saw this on the toy shelf, you kind of wanted these too because they're just gorgeous looking. And I wonder throughout the whole United States if the teams for that city were portrayed more in the toy store. So, for example, is it the reason I've only collected so many Eagles from around where I live is because it's from Philadelphia? So if you lived in Miami, where you're going to get a lot of Dolphins figures, I wonder if Kenner did that purposely. That's something I'm not sure of, but it seems like a good sales move. Alright, now I'm going to go over them in more detail. First, let me go over the boxed figures. The Mike Quick, his glue is separating from his card back, so I will unbox him. I'll go over him in a second, and the loose figures. First, let me start... Oh, out of all the 5 I have here, this Keith Byers and Anthony Tony are the only 2 that I've seen on Wikipedia that are not in the Eagles Hall of Fame. I have no idea why that is. I don't know about sports, but I found that interesting. Okay, Keith Byers. This is a good-looking fella. He's got a mustache, a football in his right arm like he's running. So I'm going to take a wild stab at it and say that's a receiver. Am I correct on that? Does that make him a receiver? I'm not sure. I know what a quarterback is. This is his card. He's got the helmet and its own little blister pack. So cool. Caldor, $4.99. That seems about right at the time, if this was brand new. Back looks the same. Collect your favorite players from your favorite teams. I'll probably be able to name 2 of these people out of the entire thing, and 2 of them are from the Eagles. This is cool. I like this. Cut out this stand to display your starting lineup, collector card, and autograph. I remember doing this. You would cut out this little bottom. What a fun little project after you bought your toy, and the fun just keeps going. Fold. Okay, so I get the concept. Makes a flat stand and then a little notch to put your card in. Beautiful. Because these were display pieces. Although you could play with them, and I'll go over that later on in this video. Now we have Anthony, or I just thought of it, Anthony Tony, or you'd be able to call him Tony Tony. Alright. He's got a, his hair is more thicker, almost more of like a fro, a small afro. Side up, same helmet, the back is the same, but his pose is different. He, besides the number being different, and him not having a mustache, this guy, he's running, he's right-handed, and he's kind of looking to the right, like, alright, I'm going to sneak by. And this guy, he's turning, but, I mean, he's really huffing it. Look at his right leg, it's all the way bent back. This guy looks like he's more going for a pass. And even, you know what, even there's a difference between their leg structure. He's got big thighs. Look at the size of them legs. And this guy's is just a little bit smaller. Next we have Mike Quick. And this is the one I will be taking out of the package because it's already coming off the card back. Caldor, $4.99. This will be the quickest unboxing ever. Ready? This is a good opportunity to check out the trading cards, though. Mike Quick, 82. On the back, it has his statistics. Always the Eagles from this date. Kenner. His autograph. And this is the figure. Wow. Brand new, out of the package. Wow, he still smells new too. It smells like brand new like bicycle inner tube. Oh, you know what? He's a cool one to review too, and I'll tell you why. He is a very action posed. Look, he's going for the catch. See that? Well, I should put his helmet on, but I'll get to that in a second. I've had these figures in the past, this pose, and I distinctly remember seeing the base here. That looks like the, what do they call it, the tarmac, or, no, the field, the grass, or the putting green, whatever they call it in football. You can use it as like a surfboard. Check that out, look. Damn. Woo! The action pose is awesome. He cuffs the pig skin very nicely. And the helmet, these are my favorite parts, is the helmet. You can put that right on his dome. And he, now you can really go for that catch. Boop, boop, boop. Oh yeah, speaking about the helmets, his only has, see, he's a receiver, I believe. And I remember as a kid, see, he only has 2 bars on his helmet. I have this other figure. I know you guys don't probably like this team, or, well, if you're from Philadelphia, you don't. See, he's got 3 bars on his helmet, which I believe means he's a linebacker. Is that what you call it, a linebacker? It's like a defending guy. It's like a big dude who pushes other little guys like me out of the way. So that's the difference in the helmets. I always like the 3-barred ones more. That's kind of cool. Now, let's get to the all-stars of this review. Randall Cunningham. And my man, Reggie White. Look at the size of this dude. So, I want to state that out of all these 5 Eagles football players, 3 of them have mustaches. I had to get that off my chest. Okay, now we have Randall Cunningham. Now, unfortunately, I think when I was a child, I called him Randall Cunningham because I had a marble mouth. I'm from Philadelphia, okay? So he was the man. I'd always hear his name every Sunday. If my father or my grandfather were watching the Eagles game, you'd always hear his name over and over again. So it's really cemented in my head. So let me go over him first. Number 12. Now, the colors, once again, besides the Power Rangers green, it almost looks like the Silver Pants are awesome. It reminds me of like the modern Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew can colors. He has the removable helmet. There's his face. Unfortunately, the football is not removable from any of these figures, which honestly I don't understand, and I'll tell you why. Because I know what you're already thinking. You're thinking, oh, choking hazard. Look at that thing. If that thing gets lodged down little Timmy's throat, he's done for. But look, the helmet is the same size. So that theory is blown. So I don't get that. That's kind of a missed opportunity there. He has a really good detail. Most of these figures have Adidas cleats, football cleats. They all have the same kind of looking cleat. But the cool thing I found on Randall Cunningham here is, see his right arm? I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little mark there that looks like a vein. However, on the rest of his arms, I can't find that except for the molding mark or the flash mark. I don't see it. So I don't know if that's an error by Kenner Toy Company, but it looks cool. It looks very authentic. And now I want to go over the comparison of scale. The scale is 100% accurate. Look at this. Reggie White is towering over Randall Cunningham. And Randall Cunningham in real life, I looked online, is 6'4". So he's super tall. And look at this. And everything. The scale matches in, like, say, the shoulder pads. Look how more, like, inflamed they look on White than Cunningham. Even, like, the togas. Look at that. Even there, look, his back thighs. It looks like more padding. Is that a football thing? I'm not sure. Do quarterbacks wear less leg armor, I guess? Even the waistline. He has a towel. I'm assuming that's for drying his hands off since he's a quarterback and he handles the football a lot. And he has none. Mr. 92, Reggie White, has 0 towel on him. Now, Reggie White, I don't have the helmet for him, but he would have had the 3-barred one, not the 2, like that. And the helmet was key into me liking these starting lineup figures because you could interchange them with my favorite, G.I. Joe. Well, I have a lot of different examples here. Shockwave, Cesspool. These all have helmets. But the Duke, I believe, from Star Brigade. Look at this. You take his helmet off. Put this on Reggie White. And now he looks like some kind of gladiator from ancient Rome or something. And you can put the football helmet on the G.I. Joes. Look at that. Even the color of this figure is actually kind of appropriate. Thank you, Joes. You're dismissed. Now, Reggie White, his pose was the same pose they used for a lot. All these poses here and there were repetitive. Same mold, but the except the face. You know, the faces they captured pretty good for that time without computer scanning and stuff. They look like the players, but all the molds and positions were the same, repeated. And Reggie White has the most awkward one. He has, like, he just stands up completely straight, and his arms are completely straight, hands, everything like this. See that? He's got all kinds of different poses you could do with him. He's got, you know, Wayne's World, we're not worthy, we're not worthy. He's got, let me see, if you turn him to the side and put one up high and low, the zombie, it's like a zombie walk. Then if you put both up kind of high, Frankenstein. And then you can match the two, like, you know, high five, high five, high five again. Yo, Philly, city of brotherly love. What's up, my brother? Yo. And now let me show you what he's capable of. Let's say if they're in a... Now this is where the poses look. You know, that's what you can make him look like. And if he was on an opposing team, you can pick him up like this. Look at that. Bam! Slam him against the wall. He's toast. He's done. Well, I'm really enjoying these figures. Actually, this is the most fun I've had with these figures since when I had them new, when I was a kid. So you got that pose. And then, hey, even, let me see. He's got a karate kick. Look at this. Like Bruce Lee. But then Reggie White also has the Kung Fu. Look at that. Look at that right arm. That's a Kung Fu arm. That's for breaking concrete and wood. Alright, I think I'm going to end it there. I'm having a little too much fun. So that was my review on the late 80s starting lineup action figures by Kenner. Eagles. Go Eagles! 2018 Super Bowl champions, and I hope you enjoyed this nonsense review on them, and have a good night. This whole collection is for sale also, so if anybody's interested in purchasing these, send me a private message on YouTube and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.